Hello and welcome everybody for the session. So today in our session we are going to see what is Salesforce and what benefit it brings to the business in terms of improving productivity and saving cost. So we are going to start with understanding what is Salesforce, what it does, then we are going to move ahead to understand what is cloud computing. Then we'll also see what is a CRM product and why should we use Salesforce, what benefits it provides a company, and we'll end our session with understanding a bit about Salesforce architecture. So let us start the session. So now, what is Salesforce? So Salesforce is a CRM company which provides various software solutions and platform to build these solutions through cloud-based infrastructure and cloud-based services. It provides cloud-based solutions for multiple business functions such as marketing, sales, customer service, analytics, etc. etc. So, Salesforce basically enables you to build a solution using the platform it comes with. You can access it over the cloud, use its platform, and build the solutions which meets your requirement. It started as a software as a company, software as a service company, which is SaaS, and it since has grown to provide platform as a service as well. So now we'll see what is cloud computing. So basically, cloud computing is an internet-based computing service which allows you to make use of software to build solutions, databases to store data, applications for various services, and let you do many more things without installing or storing any data on your device on computer. All of your implementation code, data, metadata, configuration, etc. is stored on resources which are hosted by this cloud service provider and are accessible via internet. The companies which provide these services takes care of all of your infrastructure and storage needs, and it makes you use those services on license or subscription basis. So moving ahead, let us see what these cloud services are. So these services can be categorized largely into three categories: software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So software as a service is basically a practice in which the software is hosted centrally and it is allowed to be accessed through internet on the basis of license or subscription. You might have seen that you can use Yahoo Business Email or OneDrive by paying some monthly charges or yearly charges. In this service, you do not need to install software on your machine to use at all. So, as we talked about email services, so Gmail is such an example in which the email services by Google is provided to you as a service. You just need to create an account and you can use all the facilities or functionality it provides without any charges, or if you need any extra additional services you can become a premium member. In this you do not have to install any Google email client or software on your machine, or you do not have to store account related data on your machine. You do not store the emails on your machine as well. You just log in into your account through internet and you just start using it. Now coming to platform as a service, which is PaaS. This is a model in which the service provider provides you a platform, basically a software platform, through which you can use the software as per your need, or you can also develop a new from the sketch solution according to your requirement. For this, the platform also provides you tools which you can use as a service to build those solution and deploy. For example, Google Cloud Data Analytics or Google Developer Tools. So Cloud Data Analytics is nothing but a platform along with some predefined tools using which you can build customized reports for your business, which you can just deploy it on your company and you can start using it. Now the third one is infrastructure as a service. In this, the cloud service provider takes care of all your storage, server, software, and hardware specific need. You do not have to install anything, you do not have to buy any server or database for storage of your data. You do not have to set up anything at all. You can just buy the services from cloud service provider and start using it. So, few of such examples are Google Virtual Machines, in which it provides you a terminal along with every storage and processor or operating system pre-installed. You can just log into it, build your solution, or start using it. Another example is Microsoft Azure, wherein it provides you data storage or a server, which you can start using it after paying certain amount. So now coming to our next topic, which is what is CRM. So as we have seen also in earlier slide that Salesforce is a CRM product. So what is CRM? Now consider a scenario where there is a organization or bank which largely deals with customer, whether it is about selling few product or providing some services or doing marketing. Now there can be a company which might be doing all of this together. For example, a bank. In a bank, you do have customers who buy your product. In this case, your product would be your saving account or loan account, home loan, vehicle loan, or just lockers. So these are product for a bank. Now, in a bank, the organization or employees has to deal with customer in various aspect or various capacity. They do marketing to attract more customers. Now they onboard a customer, open their account, they maintain their accounts, they maintain all the details, their transaction history, everything they have to manage. They also provide services to customer, whether it is resolving a query, whether it is some issue with their account management or account transaction, account statement. So all those such things a bank is to do. Now, a product which handle these various functions or various functionality for a bank is nothing but a customer relationship management software. So in this software, you have all details of your customers, your customer base, customer specific data such as how many customers holds a particular product, what is their history, what is their how many service requests are being raised for by them or resolved for them. Then you can also use this data to generate various reports also. You provide them these services through different channels such as social media, call center, or just walk-in or telephone or website. So a software which provides you all these functionality is nothing but a customer relationship management software, that is a CRM software. Now to sum it up, a CRM is a software which enables you to interact with your customer, allows you to store all customer specific data, provides a customer specific overview for the organization or various departments in your company. It is built for customer specific operations such as sales, service, and marketing. So now let us see, why should a company use Salesforce? Now over here let us compare it with traditional CRM or Salesforce CRM. Now in traditional CRM you have to install infrastructure software on your premises. You have to employ a team of experts to gather the requirement, to build those solutions, to test it out and deploy it. And so this whole process takes a longer time, and it is going to be a from scratch development. So basically, so now if you compare it with Salesforce, so because Salesforce is a cloud CRM product, so you do not have to install or manage any infrastructure on your premises. You do not have to pay cost for those infrastructure, server or database. You do not have to pay for maintaining the service hardware or software. You do not have to employ any resources to manage those installations or infrastructure. So if you can just compare these traditional CRM and Salesforce CRM. So first we'll see that traditional CRM has basically overhead cost of server, software and infrastructure, wherein on the other side with Salesforce you do not have any overhead cost because of subscription based cloud service model. You can just pay as you go or pay only for the services which you need, and then you can just start your implementation and your services. Traditional CRM has a longer implementation and deployment cycle. When Salesforce CRM, most of the services functionalities are pre-built there. You just have to customize it as per your need. So implementation and deployment cycle is reduced marginally. In traditional CRM, it has a complicated implementation and requires additional team to manage and modify those services or software. When in Salesforce CRM, it is easy to train in-house employees to manage and make changes in the application. You just have to provide them a training, how to use it, how to change it, where to change it, and it is immediately reflected on the application. Where in traditional CRM, you have to make the change, you have to test it out, then you have to bring down your services for some time. It could be few minutes to few hours. During those times, services will not be available to your customer. Then you have to bring it up once again, you have to test it out and then open it for your customer. Where in Salesforce CRM, everything is available on internet. You make the change on the go, and as soon as you save it, it is available to use immediately. There is no downtime required. So in traditional CRM, overall we do have overall higher cost due to longer implementation and infrastructure maintenance. On the other hand, in Salesforce CRM, we have overall lower cost and higher ROI. Also, Salesforce provide you easily integration with third party. Where in traditional CRM, you have to build those integration services. For instance, if you want to integrate with your Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, you will have to build it from scratch. When Salesforce CRM, you are provided with pre-built connectors. Or in scenario where you do not have connectors available, it is very easy to integrate with any other third-party services. And now, because most of social media or other services are moving to cloud, so it becomes much more easier to connect them easily in most of scenario by just user ID and password basis authentication. On Salesforce CRM, your data is stored on cloud, so your team can use it from anywhere. Where in traditional CRM, if you want to use your data or application, you have to be available within your company intranet. Then only you will be able to use this data and use it for reporting or any other um, this decision you want to make based upon the data. So now we've talked about how Salesforce can be useful for a business, how it can reduce the cost requirement, how it is easily accessible from anywhere, how it reduces the deployment cycle. Now we'll see what cloud services Salesforce provides to a user. It provides software as a service, which basically means you do not need to install any software on your machine to use or access Salesforce application and data. It is available on the cloud through internet. You can access Salesforce on the internet. You just need to create login and start using it. All your customer or all your employees can use this application through internet. They do not have to be in your company internet to start using this software or Salesforce. Now, how Salesforce is providing platform as a service. Salesforce provides various platform and a specific tool over the cloud to develop and deploy custom Salesforce solution. It enables you to use predefined tool which it has built to help you. For example, Force.com, Data.com, or Einstein and Lightning, etc. So these are few of the platform available to you using which you can customize Salesforce application or you can build a new solution altogether and start using it. Now we are coming to our last topic of the session, which is Salesforce architecture. Now, if you look at the image, Salesforce architecture is a layered, we can call it as layered architecture, wherein the base layer is, or the lowermost layer is nothing but your scalable multi-tenant architecture. Now, what is multi-tenant architecture? Uh, it is an architecture where all the resources, whether it is infrastructure or data storage, are being shared by all companies which are using Salesforce, all users of Salesforce basically. So for instance, if there are three companies who have implemented Salesforce, so they are going to utilize same infrastructure, same data storage, and same software, but they're going to have separate instances of these services allocated to them. So there is no chance of data moving between different organizations, and there is no security issue. They operate separately on a shared resource. Now these instances are known as tenant. That is why we call it multi-tenant architecture. Now on top of it, Salesforce provides us platform, as we saw in last slide, Force.com, Data.com, or Lightning, or Einstein, or APIs, or Heroku. Using this platform, we build our solution or build our requirement, which are then available to our users as services. Now, these services can be a different type. Few of them are sales, service, community, and marketing. So, this is how. Along with this, now we have come to end of our session. If there is anything you would like to add, or if there is any feedback, whether it's good or bad, we request you to provide this on our comment section below. Or if there is anything or any other topic you would like us to explain, Also please let us know in our comment section. We would be happy to share this information, that knowledge with you. And we also request you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Goodbye.